Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope your Wednesday is going well and your week is going well. They're all kind of melding all together, aren't they? Um, oh, but we're trucking through this whole thing. Today, we're going to play with some new product. I think I showcased this once before, but let's see. I'm trying to get you up on my laptop, so hopefully I can see some comments this time. Maybe, hopefully. Okay, so here we go. Anyway, I'm showcasing some of the early release product. It's called the Ornate Gardens Suite, and it comes with 2 bundles and some gorgeous designer series paper, which of course I left the whole pack of paper on the other side of the studio, but we'll look at that another time. These are the 2 stamp sets that come in the suite, and then of course they have dies. This one has the edge dies and some sentiment dies, and then the ornate style comes with frames. I'm really looking forward to scrapbooking with this. And this is the card we're going to make. It's a simple and elegant card, I believe. Hi Vicki, I see you're watching. Thanks for joining. Anyway, I wanted to keep it simple, but I wanted it to look elegant at the same time. So I went with the Whisper White and some gold foil. The back piece of this designer series paper has gold foiling on it, which is what prompted me to go with this style of card. This is what the piece of gold foiling looks like, and that's the front side of the paper. I think I used that last time I made a card with this. So let me give you the measurements for the card. The card base is done in thick Whisper White. Hi Sheila, I see you just checked in. So the card base is at 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4.25. This gold foil piece is cut at 4.25 by 2.25 inches. Then I have a piece of Pretty Peacock that's embossed with the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. This is measured at 4.25 inches by 2 inches. And then for the inside, rather than just stamp on the inside of the card, I cut a piece of Whisper White at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. And I'll show you that embossing folder. Hopefully you can see it. It's pretty busy. This shows you the pattern on the outside. And let's see if you can see, maybe. Does that give you kind of an idea? Like I said, it's a pretty busy embossing folder, but I think I toned it down a little bit by only using a small piece of cardstock. And then we'll go ahead and get started on it. The easiest way to get your stamping done for the card front is to stamp that first. That way you'll be able to glue on your panels without worrying about messing up when you stamp. So we're also going to use some of those black right out of my mind. Dimensionals, the black dimensionals, that's them. The gold gilded gems. And we're also going to use one of our Pretty Peacock Stampin' Blends markers. I'm using the dark one. When I colored these yesterday, I started with the light blends marker and it just didn't do it justice. The dark is definitely needed. So we'll go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I'm just going to stamp it down in the lower right hand corner. I should have my Stampin' Pierce mat, but of course it's across the room, so we're just going to stamp just the way we are. And it worked just fine. And then for this part, we're going to glue those together. If I could, oh, my snail's right here. I was so prepared. And I'm just going to use a couple of pieces of the snail. And you know what else would look really pretty with this is using black cardstock. Oh, we want to put on a piece of, we're using the Old Olive and Pretty Peacock ribbon. It's double-sided. And I thought that the Old Olive had kind of a gold shimmer to it, which brought out the Pretty Peacock even more. So we'll cut a piece of that off. And being that it's a small area we're tying a ribbon to, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around the other side. And then just tie it in a knot. Just like this. I just put hand lotion on my hands, so my hands are slick. It almost has a faux bow look to it. I'll trim the edges down a little bit. Trim that a little bit. That looks a little ragged on the end. Okay. Now we'll glue this down to the card front. If I can get this. You always tell when you get to the end of the snail, start slowing down, just like the rest of us as we get older, right? So I'll just glue this to the front. And that takes care of that. Make sure I got it straight. Look straight. Now, we're going to punch a 2-inch circle with this. Just like that. And then I'm going to color it. Make sure when you use your blends, you protect your surface. And I'm just going to color a few of the flowers. And it looks like it covers up the gold foiling, but then when the alcohol dries, that gold foiling pops right back out. And then try and make it quick, but I don't want to make a mess either. And then I'm going to color dots on some of them, the centers I should say. And then we'll color this one. I just like how fast these color. At first I was a little concerned with the foil. I don't know why. It just colors really nicely. And I'll show you the back side when we get done and why you need to protect your surface. Why the gold foiling and the lights kind of makes everything disappear. And you could use your gold or your Old Olive marker too to color in some of the leaves, but I wanted to keep it kind of a monochromatic look. So there's that. Now we're going to punch the starburst out of my piece of foil to use on the back. You can see there's the back, how it bleeds through, and it bled through onto my grid paper, so that's why you want to make sure you have something down to protect whatever you're working on, your work surface. Just glue that like so, and add some of these black dimensionals. I think it works best when you have dark cardstock to use the black dimensionals. They don't show as easily. And then, hi Kathy Anderson, I see you're on watching. Thanks for coming and spending some time with us this morning. Just going to lay that down right there. We're going to add some of these new gilded gems. These are just really pretty, aren't they? Just add one in the center of this flower. And then a couple of the smaller ones up here, like so. And then for the inside layer, we're going to stamp. It's actually 2 sentiments. It says, "Thanks, my friend." I'll just stamp this up at the top. There's just something about Pretty Peacock on the Whisper White that I think is just gorgeous. Now we have the flower. This flower is from the Ornate style stamp set. And I'm going to stamp off so it's not quite as dark as the sentiment. Stamp that in the corner, and that just brings the front of the card to the inside. We'll glue this to the inside. And we are done. So what do you think? That's pretty quick and easy, isn't it? It's simple and it's elegant with all the gold foiling and those beautiful gems. I like how it turned out. Now, if you'd like to order any of these items, they are available starting today. It's an early release from the 2021 annual catalog. I can't believe we're saying 2021 already. And you can just go to scrapsbysissy.com. All the links and all the information as far as measurements and everything else for the cards is listed there. And when you use this host code, I will also send you a surprise along with your thank you card. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. Take care.